Thanks for joining, guys. We appreciate you being here. A couple of housekeeping notes. To start off, the presentation would take about 15 minutes, after which we will take questions. Drop your questions onto the chat. Make sure they're there, and we will make sure that we cover them in the end. There's also a sign-up link in the chat. Please sign up. There is no subscription cost involved. Right. In the next couple of minutes, we'll go through the platform. We'll see how you can use it to source all your new property deals. Marty and I, we are co-founders at Kenekt. Kenekt originally started off as a house and land stock management system for wholesale builders. But over a period of time, it has transformed into a full stack aggregation platform. We are expecting solid growth this year, which means more builders and more stock. And we were opening up the platform to a couple of new agents. At a high level, Kenekt remains a B2B house and land marketplace. We work with about 55 suppliers in almost all major locations in the country. Note that when we onboard a supplier, we see to it that we have the right supplier for you, so that you're confident when you present the stock with your clients. Asset type wise, we cover house and land, obviously, but also dual keys, duplexes, co-living, rooming, and a couple of apartments and townhouses. Once you have an account in Kenekt, you get access to the complete stock list. The idea behind Kenekt is simplicity. It is built to provide data and documents to you. Any property on the platform has an accompanying white label property pack, a PDF property pack, which could include land and bill documents, inclusions, rental appraisals if you have asked for one, commission level details, and some guidance to get to a sale. It is important to note that Kenekt is not just a software, but also that there is an account management, a senior account management team behind the scenes to help you get to a deal. Optionally, you can take Kenekt and white label the platform, put it under your own brand. We will show you how today. This could mean various things. It could mean that the stock is sitting on your website or on a subdomain that we manage, but still under your domain name. There's also an ability to onboard your suppliers and onboard your referrers and market to them. We do all of this deliberately. We stay in the background. Your brand's protected and front and center with clients and referrers. The process. Kenekt supports you end to end, all the way till bill completion. Obviously, the client relationship always remains with you. Our role is primarily to get you to an unconditional deal, but the account managers are available all the way till the bill is delivered. Deal progress wise, we obviously keep track of deal progress and present it back to you. We try to keep everybody in the loop so that everyone's aligned. We monitor bill progress also because we take care of commission stage payments and make sure that everybody gets paid on time. There's additional support available to you if you wanted it. This is something that we are trying to do in terms of helping you in buyer presentation and sales closing if you needed that. To understand more about such support, you can talk to an account manager in Kenekt. Daily updates, etc. When you join Kenekt, you join a club. We try to keep you in the loop with regular updates. This could mean stock updates, market insights, anything that is useful in conversations with clients. The account managers can organize bill visits for you as well before sale, which means for you and your client. The idea obviously is to get you to a deal. Kenekt also runs webinars, seminars. We're starting to do that every month now to keep you up to date. The team behind the scene works really hard to keep you informed of opportunities available. The team is Cam leads the business development team with Lee and Brett as account managers. The account management team has 50 years of combined industry experience in house and land. Sheena takes care of customer support and she has a team behind her to keep things moving. Let's have a quick look at the portal. I'll hand over to Marty to do so. He'll walk you through the technology and the data available today on the portal. Marty?
All right, thanks, Prabhan. I'll share my screen and take you through what Kenekt is. Okay, perfect. Prabhan, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So as Prabhan said, look, the whole goal of Kenekt is to take the whole stock sourcing work off your hands and give it to us. So give that job of going to talking multiple suppliers, trying to find the right opportunity for your buyer. Our platform, our account team is all there to help you serve and get use the right opportunity for your buyer. Okay, so that's, I guess, the long and the short of it. How we do that, we provide access to our marketplace, which is what you can see here. And I'm going to show you a day in the life of just using this. So once you sign up, there's a short questionnaire and then have a phone call with our head of sales, Cam. You get then full access, okay? Full access to all the data. And one of the first things you should do after logging in, obviously you can look at all the properties down just by clicking on any row here. But actually I want to upload my logo, okay? So first thing to do is go up to my account and actually add in a logo there. Now, the reason we do that is because we have all of our brochures, which are self-service for you, fully white labeled. So what this means is you can just drop your logo in there. So I'm going to be the elite sales agent. That logo is going to go on all my brochures now. So that's the first step you should do once you log in. A couple of other features of the platform. Obviously, you can inquire on any property that you find. And this really is, as Prabhan said, the first step in your journey. So after you've done some research, you found the right property, give us some information so we can then provide you with a property pack. The property pack is that document, multi-page document that has all the information regarding the home, the location, the rental assessment as well. So every bit of information that helps you with that deal. So fill in this form, let us know when you're presenting to the buyer. We'll go and do an availability check, okay, to make sure that that package, that block of land is still available. It's very important you do that before you present to your buyer. So we'll take care of that negotiation and organizing that for you. Let us know if you've got that finance approval or if there's still pre-approval. And if you'd just like to confirm availability and request the e-pack. So Sheena and the team will take care of producing that e-pack for you, all be white labeled on your own brand and submit, okay? And that actual inquiry will come through the team. So start with this. And if there's something that, you know what, you don't find the right package opportunity, engage us with a general inquiry. So general inquiries at the top here, that's a sourcing request. So tell us about what your buyer's looking for, what their criteria, location, yields, and so on. Our team will go and do a property search across our supplier panel. So again, we're really trying to help take that work off your hands, and we'll go out and find that across our panel. So there we go. We've covered just uploading a logo, getting white label brochures. Cool. Okay, so let's have a look at one of these packages here. So as you scroll down, a couple of things that you'll notice is the commission information, the referral fees are shown in every package. Okay, so up front, you'll know how much the total referral fee is for referring your purchaser through to our builder and at what stages those are paid at. So typically they're paid across 2 stages, maybe 3, even up to 4 stages, depending on the supplier. We definitely try and avoid just one at slab. That's a long time to wait for payment for the work that you've done. Okay, so if you need to know the referral details, they are there, but they're hidden there, right? So if you're presenting this page to a buyer, they're not shown there. A couple of buttons here. So let's print a brochure. This will print a double two-page brochure with the key information that you want to see. So you can see the house information, the land price, and of course your white label logo on the bottom here. Second page has got the floor plan and the key details there as well. So that's all white labeled. Okay, so that's something that you can use as a marketing asset to talk to your buyer about opportunities. And we're producing thousands of these every day. Okay, so that's how to do the brochure. Sending us an expression of interest. The EOI form is here as well. So once we've sent you through the EPAC, that will also have this form in there as well. And you just have to send this through to your account manager, and they'll then register you with our builder. So then we have a pending sale there ready to go. All right, a couple more features of the brochure of the portal here. We've got lists. Lists are really great for creating buyer shortlists, something that you can shortlist a couple of properties before presenting to them. And how you do that, just in every property, you can see at the top here, there's a little save button there. Okay, simply just click on save, and then you can add that package to a list. A really cool feature here is actually we can email you property alerts that match this criteria as well. So on the left-hand side of your page, you're all the filters there. So this can help you really find that criteria that you want. So if I want to search for duplex and just want to find Victorian duplexes and get a property alert every day of what's happening, save this search. Simply just say, okay, I'm actually going to add these into John, and I'm going to just email me, and every day. There we go. So just like domain.com, every time we have new listings come on the platform, you'll get an email. Perfect. So these are all my saved searches. So a really cool feature. You don't have to log into the portal. We'll send you alerts every day. Now, what does this property pack have a look at? Here's a full example of a property pack that we do send you after we get your inquiry. Okay, so it's got the full project information there that you can see, the full floor plan, architectural and siding drawings, the full inclusions, of course, and then something about the location. Okay, it might be a research paper, whatever we have available there to help support your sale. So there's an example of a property pack. Okay. So then moving along some of these headings at the top here. Under My Deals, once we've made a sale successfully together, or to track on any of your inquiries, you can look at My Deals and it'll show you all of your commission or your referral fee invoices. Okay, and this is our way of just being totally transparent with you. You can always go in there and see what your account is at any time and what stages that deal is paying out at. Okay, so that's My Deals at the top for the navigation there. And you can always export out your commissions. Okay, so you don't have to keep track of that in your inbox. We've got it all here in Kenekt. So that's how you track your referral fees. A couple more benefits I think Prabhan touched on is that once you've done one deal with us, you have access to what's called a white labeled agency. Okay, a white label agency gives you ability to put properties on your website. It gives you ability to actually white label the entire Kenekt platform and even invite your own referrers or even your own buyers into your own white label property portal. The best thing about that is that obviously those people, they don't see the referral fees. Everything's on your own brand, and you can even have your own domain name, such as like properties.buyersagent.com. Any referrers or users or buyers that sign up with your own property portal can never register with our main Kenekt marketplace. We definitely respect and protect your relationships in that way. So Kenekt is never mentioned anywhere, but if they do find out about us, they can never sign up. The referral always needs to come through you. So here's an example of putting properties on the website. It's really just a 10-minute plug-in for any website, be it WordPress or Squarespace or so on. all of our latest properties come up. You've got the full searching ability here. And of course, all the property information, it's all white labeled on your own brand. Okay, so it's a property plugin and it'll show all 1,200. We're aiming for 2,000 properties this year to be live listed in the portal. It also facilitates inquiries. Okay, so those will land in your inbox. Of course, again, those will go straight. Everything comes in from your own brand, all the emails, all the referrals, and so on. So we provide this for free. There's no subscription charge after you've done one deal with us. I think that's the last thing to have a look at is that private portal. And I've got one example here, which is, as you can see, you can all totally customize it. We're going to log into aussieproperty.com here, one of our partners. And here we go. I've just logged in. And the main difference is for me as a buyer or referrer in this agent, none of those referral fees are visible. Okay, but all the property information there is still there. But the best thing is I've got my brand at the top. I've got my own domain name, portal.aussieproperty.com. And, Kenekt is never mentioned anywhere. So look, a couple of ways people have used this is like, if you've got buyers who are looking and they like to do their own research, you could offer them access to this and say, look, here's my live stock list. If there's something there that matches your criteria, let me know. Or if not, let's go find something with our panel that can help match your criteria. So again, just another marketing tool offered free of charge once we've done one deal together. There we go. And look, we also have a full API, which means that if you don't want to use the portal or if you don't like our website plugin, this one, you can craft your own. Okay. With AI, we give you an open source plugin, piece of source code. Speaking a bit of technical language here, but look, you can build something quite quickly these days to plug into your own website if you've got your own website developer as well. So that's all available to you. All the property information is there. And also you can create brochures using the API as well. So we're quite open and flexible in that regard. So there you go, a quick whistle stop tour of the Kenekt off the plan marketing platform. We're here really to serve and take that role of finding the right opportunity for your buyer and taking that effort and work off your hands. Okay.
Thank you,
I
Marty.
think that's about it. Questions?
We just have one question today. Would you guys please add your questions in? I think we've configured so that you can see the questions as well. The nice. First question, Marty, is probably for you.
Yeah, sure. Mike, first one is to upload the Kenekt properties to the website. So it's actually a little widget plugin. It's like 10 lines that you can just insert. You can just insert into your website and it'll pull the properties straight in just using that design. It's a very generic design, but you can customize the colors. So you don't need an API. It's simply just pasting in a few lines of code into your page, and then all the properties will appear. I think it's taken about like half an hour to set up. I'll do it on a call with you, and it's quite fast to set up. And how to get the property pack? Look, that's after you do an inquiry. Okay, so inquire on any package, and the team will go and create the property pack for you. So we don't make that available through like a download in the portal, mainly because we want to check on availability. Things do sell very quickly in the house and land market, right? And I'm sure Prabham would agree on this. So we want to make sure we've got that set up and the package is available for us. We'll then send you the full research package. Okay.
I can answer Grant's question, Marty.
Go ahead.
Does it show yields for each property? We have tried integrations with SQM, with domain. Right now, because we work with greenfield estates, I guess we are depending on the supplier to give us the data on rents. But we do have integrations with SQM. We're exploring domain. There are a couple of experiments that are being done to figure out what's going to actually work for greenfield estates. Because as you know, with greenfield estates, it's really hard to kind of, at times, without getting an actual rental appraisal from an agency, it's really hard to say what the rent is probably going to be. So you would see that probably 80% of the properties today do not show yields. I know this is a problem. We are trying to experiment what works.
Yeah, where the builder or supplier provides a rental assessment, we'll include that. Okay, and they work with other companies such as like Certainty Property and so on to provide those. So we'll provide them where we have them.
What happens whilst Stephen has a question? What happens whilst we haven't got any clients yet? The agreement with Kenekt mentions a deal a quarter. That is, Kenekt needs about a deal a quarter to sustain itself. Other than that, it probably means nothing else, right? So there's no subscription cost, etc. You get access to the platform. For Kenekt to run sustainably, we need at least about 3 or 4 deals from our partners.
That's right. But we're more than welcome to come into the platform,
yeah,
and see what's available there, and we'll check in with you after a couple of months. Okay, so please do sign up.
Can you answer Mike's question, Marty?
Wix website. I haven't tried a Wix one yet. I think it would, as long as you can paste in a bit of HTML, and I think you can in a Wix website, it'll work. So there's nothing too complicated in the integration. So yeah, look, reach out if that's the thing, and then we'll work together on setting that up.
Audio is repeating your voice and it's not audible. Sachin, sorry about that. I'm not sure what the problem is. Yeah. I'm not seeing the questions. That's a problem. Right. Okay. I will send you a recording, Albert, with the question and answers there. In the sense, I'll create a small note, small additional note with all the question and answers mentioned there.
Stephen, we haven't tried a Canva website, but I'm sure that any sort of web provider that allows you to paste in a small snippet of HTML, it could work with that. But we can always try. Okay. I will never say never with technology.
I'll answer Mike's question. Do we need a licensed real estate to be able to sell? It depends, right? So if you're doing house and land, 2-part contracts, not. But if you're doing, say, if you're selling a single part contract or land, it does require a license. We are working towards getting licenses in every state, so you will be able to work under our licenses. So most agents have this issue. They will have licenses in a couple of states, maybe not in all state, and we will cover that. Yeah. Yes.
Townhouses are single. Yeah, townhouses are a single part contract.
Single part contracts.
Yeah, the land is sold with the construction under a strata title. That's right. So we do have some of those on the portal.
Also, once the e-contract is signed and finance is approved, how long will it take Kenekt? So Kenekt is a marketing and sales platform. Obviously, it should be categorized in that bucket, right? So once the contract's signed, this is a very important question, Mike. Once the contract is signed, the question is, after the contract is signed and finance is approved, what is going to happen? So you'll be in touch with the builder. The client would be in touch with the builder as well. We are a support function in that instance. So the contract signed, say the land settled, for example, and the build starts, we will follow up what the builder is doing and update you on that. But as far as the process of running the build is concerned, it's with the builder.
Some builders have got a guaranteed number of weeks to get on site, and some builds may be delayed due to land titling. So I think the answer is that it varies, but we'll get an indication from the builder of what their process is. Some are like, we're on site within 12 weeks, so they have very even shorter than that. So they do have those type of situations, but that information's in the property pack that you receive.
By the way, as I have mentioned, you can reach out to the account manager all the way till the bill is delivered, right? So you have support all the way till the bill is delivered. That remains true for all builds that that you do through Kenekt.
So Mike, just regarding the color schemes, so some builders are just selling the particular home with the particular color scheme. That might be because of monotony covenants in the estate, or it may just be priced for that particular color scheme. But some builders do actually offer upgrades. Those other upgrade options will be provided in the property pack. So you might be able to change the interior color scheme. So all that further information is available in the property pack. So as you're going through with your buyer, they can maybe choose out different options there. But the price that you'll be provided will be for a standard, well, not the standard, but a specified color scheme for that home. It might be, a dark color scheme, or I can't even think of the name of it actually. But anyway, look, it'll be specified in a buyer's pack.
Let me answer Stephen's question, Marty. If you have a prospective client in WA and after the EOI is done, basically we've submitted an EOI with the builder and the land developer. If you or the client wants to visit the location, the account managers will organize that. The account managers will organize a visit. If the client wants to meet with the builder before the contract gets signed. Provide us with a link to join the platform. There's a link at the top of the chat, but I will, after this meeting, I'll send an email out with the link there. Mike, it's mainly critical first home buyers, not for investors. Yes, that's true, Mike. Brian's regard. Okay, free. There is free. Stephen has a question around whether the subscription cost or not. There is no subscription. So what we've discussed here comes without any subscription cost. But Kenekt needs to run sustainably, and the only thing we request, or rather our agreement with you is one deal a quarter from our partners. Serena, let me answer that question from Serena, where she says, would we need a Form 6 that authorizes a real estate agent to act on behalf of the builder? In certain cases, if there's land involved, yes, we will be doing that. So you don't have to bother. Our agreement with you is a referral agreement. You don't need to bother about any of that. So all of that is taken care of by Kenekt. But the answer is yes. With some of the builders, they would, if land is involved, they will ask you to, the land developer might ask for a Form 6. So before our presentation to client, we need to. So let me expand on that, Serena. Right. So the referral fee that is shown on Kenekt is the money it's the referral fee that you get on a sale. That referral fee we pay as a referral fee, right? So it's not categorized as a commission to you in a way. So you do not need to do any of the Form 6 kind of stuff to get that referral fee. By the way, the referral agreement is presented to you when you first try to sign up. Please go through it to see if you have any questions, and come back to us, come back to me if you have any. So before our presentation to client, Mike has a question around availability, which is really important. We work with builders who in turn work with land developers. They package on land that belongs to land developers, right? So in the sense that there is always a delay in the data that we present on the platform. So yes, a call has to be made to the land developer to see that the lot is absolutely available before we present to a client. You can present to a client with the caveat that you're talking to the land developer around availability. Generally, what happens is if a particular lot is not available, the land developer always figures out the next lot or a lot close by to actually replace that lot. So the answer to Mike's question is yes, we do have to make that phone. We have to make that phone call to see that the land lot is absolutely available.
You can see when we last verified that package availability, and it may have come from a stock list, or we do have a team reaching out every day to our suppliers to check on stock movement. So just by checking and hovering over that date, you can see when it was last verified. And we do have a goal of not having anything older than 2 weeks verification there. So, but as Pravin said, things move quickly, so it's best for us to pick up the phone, call these guys, and verify before presentation.
I guess, Stephen, the question is that is there a fee involved in organizing a client visit? No, there is no fee in organizing a client visit. So let's use an example where the build is in Mandurah and your client wants to travel to Mandurah in Western Australia. We will organize the visit with the builder and the land developer if required. There is no fee involved, absolutely. We will look, we don't have an account manager. I take Perth as an example or Western Australia as an example because we don't have an account manager in Western Australia. If we have an account manager, which we do in certain states, he can accompany you. No, there is no fee involved in organizing such visits. Some properties say referral fee on request in this. Right. Okay. So that is referral fee on request could be only with 1% of the stock that we have. And we try to, the target is to present the referral fee or rather provide that information upfront. If that information is not there, you immediately send us an email and we will provide you the information.
Yeah.
Okay, rental yield, rental and gross yield, as discussed, is a project that we are running today. It is more complex than it appears because we're looking at greenfield estates, and at times it is really hard to, because these with the rental estimates, we could actually put up there, you're likely to take it to clients, and in clients, generally what happens is that becomes like a gospel truth, right? Like if it's 800, they look at 800 as what the rent should be, and that if that is an estimate, we and you guys would be in trouble basically, and that's the reason why we're trying to see what actually works in terms of providing a rental estimate across everything. But when you inquire, you can always inquire, always ask for a rental appraisal, which will be provided. So let's take the example of Mandurah. We will go to the local Ray White in Mandurah or a McGrath in Mandurah to get you a rental appraisal if you request one.
I think that's the end result, that you actually have something from the local authority to present to your buyer and not just an estimate on the portal.
What if the client whom we refer reaches out to you directly and want to buy more packages? Right. This is a very important question from Sachin. It is a reason why we exist. We protect the whole chain. The important thing is to do an EOI. No money needs to change hands. I mean, do an EOI. We present EOIs with IDs to the builder and the client is in a way registered with the builder, we take care of the whole chain thereafter. The builders that we work with are wholesale builders. They're not really going to take a client and disrupt the chain. But it is our responsibility to see to it that that happens. So that's one of the reasons for working with somebody like us. Absolutely. We protect the chain.
And we stop any buyers from signing up into the portal. So they will never see the stock list. They won't get past our team there. So
That's
yeah,
right.
they cannot access the platform either. So definitely we want to respect that referral relationship that you have with your buyer.
That's right. So this is an important thing to note as well. When you sign up, there is an interview process in a sense. I'll call it an interview process. It's a meeting basically, right? Which you will have with a head of account management. Just to see to it that we are working with actual property advisors, and we have a context of who is on the platform. So no bias. There is a physical gate basically, right? Where you need to actually talk to someone to get onto the platform. That can be organized. That meeting can be organized at sign up. So no, we don't allow buyers to log in. We are completely a B2B platform. It would disrupt the chain if buyers start logging in and see these off-market properties. These are all off-market packages, right? Not available to. We are working with wholesale builders. These packages are not available through REA or some other means from a builder's website, etc. Serena has a question. What percentage do you take from the referral fee? That depends. We try to. The way to answer that for me would be to say that we always try to pass 30K and above to referral partners. There's only a couple of occasions in Western Australia where referral fees are lower than 30,000. In 99% of the stock that you see, referral fee will be 30 or more, 30 plus GST or more. If I'm based in Queensland, can I have the stock list? Yeah, I mean, you get the whole stock list. You can filter out everything else and only look at Queensland if you wanted to, Serena. Can a client buy land? Right. This is an important question as well. Can a client buy land only, or does it have to be house and land package? Yes, it has to be a house and land package. We work with wholesale builders. They are the product that they're selling is the build, right? So they wouldn't pay us kind of a sales fee if we are not selling the build as well. So no, we don't list land only. It is build and land that we sell. And yes, that it is true that you wouldn't be through the platform, through Kenekt, you won't be able to buy the land only. Logo of your company, all your portal that connect to your website, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's totally white labeled. There's actually no mention of Kenekt anywhere. And even the emails that are sent out through the inquiry process are all branded on your own email address. So we have been really careful around making sure we're in the backstage, right? And your brand and logo really at the forefront there. So there's no white watermarks in images. There's nothing there. So from the look and feel of it, it's totally your own look and feel and brand. I think some other companies charge a lot of money for that, but like it just comes part of attracting leads and buyers into your own company. That might be a wrap.
That is probably right. If you have any other questions, I'll be sending an email after this with a recording there as well. If you and the questions and answers that we went through today, If you have, however, if you have any more questions, feel free to give me a call. I can answer any of the questions that you have. Please also sign up. On sign up, you will be able to set up a meeting with Cam, the head of account management, and he will be able to answer many of the questions as well. So please do that. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.